All right, seventh graders, good morning. Or maybe it's good afternoon if you're taking the test in the afternoon. But whatever it is, this is a review for your math test. And I know this is a little different than you normally do. Normally you are here at school and I give you a review and I give you your test. And then you do it and I'm here watching you as you're working. Well, I can't do that this time. So what I want you to do is I want you to have your test in front of you open and going over it with me. And I'm going to give you some clues or just reminding you about a few things as you're looking over your test. Okay? And as I'm talking, you can stop the video and work out the problem. You can go on, you can make yourself some notes. I don't care how you do it, but I'm just going to help go over the test with you a little bit, make sure you understand everything. So at your first page, up at the top, you have some blanks to fill in, and I hope you know your hectare and acres, your mile and acres, your acres and your feet. Hope you know those formulas. Those are 2 points each blank. And then number 3, you are to write in scientific notation. So just remember, when you put your scientific notation, write your number as you're supposed to write it. And when you write times 10 to the what power, remember you're writing what does it take to put it back where it was, okay? And then number 4, you're finding the unit price to the nearest cent. So it says, I'm going to read the word problem to you. This year, Raymond decided to donate the money he received from selling bull calves to an organization that distributes gospel literature. The organization can buy 14 Bibles with a donation of $55. What is the cost per Bible? Okay, so you're going to find out what the cost is per Bible. And they had a donation of $55 for 14 Bibles. And you're going to find out what the cost is for one. And then round your answer to the nearest cent. Make sure you go the right amount of numbers past your decimal point and then round. All right, then number 5, you're going to write in what that time would be in our time. Okay? And number 6, you're going to write it in, forget the time, what they call that. I always call it military time, but that's not what it's called. But they say 24-hour time is what they call it. But what time would it be in the other time zone if it's 12:30 our time, what would it be for their time? All right, then you can do number 7 and 8. Go to page 9, and you have another story problem, and it says the Yoder shipped 10,660 pounds of milk from 2 days of milking. How many pounds per day did each of the 82 cows average? Okay, so they have 10,660 pounds of milk from 2 days of milking. And you're figuring average, so you're going to need to figure out, you're doing per day, because it says how many pounds per day. So you're going to need to find out how many pounds of milk they did per day first. And then they had 82 cows that are giving milk. So what would be the average per cow is what they want to know. How many pounds per day? All right, then you have fractions that you have to divide. Remember what you do when you divide fractions. There is a step that you need to do before you do your multiplying. On 10B, you are solving for an unknown. Remember to ask yourself, what do I need to do to get x by itself? What kind of a problem is this? Is this a multiplying problem, a dividing problem, an adding problem? Okay, to solve for x. And on C, you are subtracting hours and minutes. You cannot take 45 away from 35, so remember what you need to do to be able to subtract. All right, number 11A, it says write the repeating decimal with a bar. Watch for that. B, you're dividing pounds and ounces. Then you're adding and dividing fractions on 12A. You have 2 3/4 divided by 6. And so is that 1/6 or 6/1? Okay, ask yourself that before you do the problem. All right, if you go up to top of page 4, you are multiplying and adding numbers together, combining your numbers. Remember your rules for positive and negative numbers. When you add or when you're multiplying, what sign does your answer get? Remember your rules. Go slow on your your multiplying problems and your division. Ask your mom for another sheet of paper and redo your problems. Make sure you get the same answer again. And remember on your division problem down on 12C, those are very easy to check. You can multiply your answer times your divisor and see if you came out with the right answer. And then on your table of values there, y'all been doing very well on those. I'm assuming they probably gave you X's on your test. I'm not sure about that. I'm assuming you're probably solving for Y. But just go slow. And then down on the bottom, page 16, number 16, you're supposed to write in standard form. They gave you a number in scientific notation and you would write it, in other words, you would figure it out. What is 3 times 10 to the negative 4th power? How would you write that? And that is all for your test, guys. I hope you have a good day. I hope it goes good for you. If you have questions, please ask your mom. If she doesn't know, please ask me. I will help you through that. And I would love to give you guys all 100s. Do your very best. See ya.